Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to work on some handles, and moreover they're wooden handles. So after you get your knife, you get your handle made the way you want it right here. You don't have to finish it completely because you can do it after you attach the handle material, whatever it is, micarta, wood, bone, whatever, it don't matter, linen, rope, whatever you want to do on it. Then when you get it figured out what you want to use, then you glue it up like this. Okay, so you got that. Now it's dry. That one's not. This one is. Okay, this one is. My little Harpoon Hunter right here, and it's got a walnut, American walnut handle on it. So that's what you do. Once you get it to that and you drill it and you get it clamped up with glue on it, then you thin it down. Now what I'm going to do with this, and I've got another one thinned down, got one in the vise. Here is knock all the sanding joint, all the ridges out of the sand as backbone. Take them from going vertically this way to this way. Sand it, smooth it, everything, get it all ready. Get probably about a 150. Well, let's see. It's got some pretty good scratches in it. So start out with just an 80 grit, just like we was hand sanding it. Blade, piece of metal. Now this on the handle is not hard. I try not to harden the handles. That way that if anything it can bend, and you can straighten a bent knife, replace a broke one. Unless it's just a tip or something. Okay, there. Oops. There that is. And zero in just a little bit. Fairly cool this morning. Now it's heated up nicely. Yeah. 80 grit. Get my backer and put it on there like that. Okay. Okay. You get the gist of it right there, and tighten that down in that leather. I thought I had tightened down more than that. I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes. Okay, through evolution of time and off camera, I have 3 wooden handles on knives right now. Got 2 walnut and 1 Padauk. And so this one's locked down on the old sanding bench right there. It's locked down in that. Got that locked down. Now, what I'm looking for when I do a knife, let me back this out just a little bit, making me seasick. Okay. It's when you hold this knife that your thumb is automatically going to go right here. You want this finger, your index finger, either right or left-handed, it don't matter, in the spot. You want that knife to fill up your hand right across here. Now that's a good feeling knife, except for no relief. Now I don't like square handles, not at all. But see, and this is in here. So what I'm going to do, take this rasp. Now coming around here on this, I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe let me turn the knife over. There, got it locked in there tight. I'm going to have to rebuff this and scratches it. Little scratches in there from moving it around and even wrapped in leather, it moved around something, scratched itself. Now, take this, go toward your bird's beak, and then you come around. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see that or not, what I've done. Yeah, take the edges off. Just rounded right here. Now, you can even do this to the knife that you buy from somebody, me or anybody else. It's got a wooden handle on it, because everybody's different. Every piece of anatomy is different. You might have longer fingers than some people, you know, or whatever. Maybe missing a finger or two, or a chunk out of your hand, you know. So the thing about this, don't be afraid to modify something. Even if it's brand new, to make it fit you. This, along with the custom build on it, is your knife. Nobody else will ever have one just like it. Nobody. You have some close, but nothing like it, just identical. So now, do that, fill it, and come around up here. I don't like square corners. Break the edges with it. I hope you can see that. I'm not watching that per se. Okay. Go. Get it around. Now. Okay. Like that. Do that. Now I'm going to take that in a little bit, and I'm going to take it on up. So, see if that'll hold it right there. There we go. Take this rasp and hitting a knife. This is not sharp enough to cut hardened steel, so it ain't even scratching it, it's just there. Aggravating. Not doing that. Now, feel of it? Oh yeah, feels good. One side, so now like that. We go ahead and get it finished up, and I'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back through again magic of turning the camera off and letting time run wild. I have a knife done with the Hamon ferric chloride. Okay, this is kind of this is shiny where I've been filing, or where I've been sanding on it. It's got walnut wood. Now I'm going to take a little of this right here. I'm going to put just a little bit there. Steel wool there on the blade. Make sure that I hadn't rubbed it off or twisted it off or done some of that off and gone now. On the edge of this knife, right in there, I hope maybe you can see it. Looks like it's got cracks all in it. Looks like it's ready just to fall apart. Well, there is just a little chip right there. I done that when I dropped it, and I hit the little railroad track anvil down there with it, and it just barely did put a little chip in it. Barely, not even hard. Well, it's worth mentioning, but it didn't break the blade, didn't do anything. But anyway, they look like cracks, breaks. Okay, I'm gonna bring you in here a little bit. I've done this a half a dozen times, but I'm gonna do it again. Maybe I've done it more than that. Okay, right here. This is my Irwin 4.5 inch bench vise. This is the little anvil part of so now the way you test your edge is you roll it over a brass rod. If it deforms and comes back, it's perfect. If it deforms and don't come back, then it's not perfect. If it breaks, it's not perfect. That's a brass rod. This is not exactly a brass rod. All it is scratches. All it is scratches on that edge. Now, there's a little nibbler. Like I said, I dropped it and hit this little railroad track anvil. It's right down under the tripod right here. So I think that kind of passes when you run it across that. Let's see, what did I do? Steel wool. There it is. There's some steel wool. Let's take this little packer right there, take a little punch off of it. Done that once. Right here on this anvil. And put it on here. That's some fine stuff. Now, I'm going to take this because it will flash off. Gotta get in there and get them grooves cleaned out back here. I'm jimping. Everything, so there we go. Looks pretty good. Now, imperfections, a little crap that gets on, put tape on it. I was working on it. Do that. Will lighter fluid take off epoxy? I don't know. But what I'm doing is I'm raising the grain on it. Now, when I sharpen it, I will sharpen it off. Good. I'm sorry if you didn't see me. I apologize for that. So I'll take some 50. I thought I had some 220 left here. Yes, got the 220. Okay, so I've raised the grain on this walnut just a little bit. All I'm doing is just knocking the top off it where you raise it. Now you can put any kind of preservative you want to on your handles. I just like doing a little bit of an oil finish on it because of your hands. It won't suck the oil out of your hands when you're using this knife, and it will get tacky to you. And it just makes it feel a lot better in your hand, or it does mine anyway. So there it is. Raise it one more time. And I will do that with alcohol. Yep, 91%. Don't mess around getting the other, unless that's all you can find. That's gorgeous. Got a real quick flash time on it. That's great. That is great. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put quite a bit more than I would if I was doing it on the blade, but not a whole lot more. Stuff, like I said, it's like real cream, just a little dab of do you. Let this handle have time to soak. And every bit that I put on there, this is dry. I mean, it's been cut and dry and been in here for probably 5 or 6 years in here. So it's pretty dry. Once it will absorb that oil and go on into it, and then I'm coming back and put another little light coat on it, and then I may just take it after I put the second light coat on it, run the buffer over it, and help seal the pores on the outside of the wood, or help protect it and make it shine a little bit. Yeah. Like I said, I've still got to make sheaths for them. That, but anyway, that's kind of the way I do my handles. Well, it's not kind of the way, it is the way I do my handles. So that's that one. Fits in your hand good. Let's see, I gotta see it. just for the heck of it, do I have a sheath? Yes, I do. I've got one left. Gotta order some more. This knife's too small for the sheath, but there it is. It's in there. So anyway, all right. This is my little handle tutorial, the best I can do. I'll watch it and make sure that I hadn't screwed anything up on it. Tried to tell nobody anything wrong that I know of. So anyway, here it is, just sitting out here, gloomy gray day, putting handles on knives. Well, till the next time, this is Bobby Shields, Doggone Knife saying, God bless.